Hi, my friend. I've just recently got back from Minnesota, where I went to visit my dear cousin, who invited me and for vacation, which I haven't been for a long time. This is not the first time I'm going to Minnesota, but it's been about like a 20 years that since the last time I was there. So he was nice enough to invite me, and I just went there, and not I see him and a family, also my cousin. We had a great time there, and I decided to make a video and go over some of the places, which is one of the most beautiful place, but unfortunately doesn't have a very pleasant weather the whole year. It's most of the time there is a snow and icing, but for 6 months of the year it's just like a heaven. Here I just showing some of the places that we went, because he has a beautiful boat and a car that we just went to the different. This place is they call it a land of 10,000 lake, and really does have even more than 10,000 lake. One of the places that we went first after a walk, we went to the closest lake to his home, which is Prior Lake, and that's the place that he lives, Prior City and Prior Lake City. And now after the second day, he took me to another place with his boat, and that's a lake of wood, they call it. So he's very expert in just getting the boat inside, and it's a beautiful brand new boat that he got. And just for me, that was a experience a lifetime, because I never spent that much of time in a boat. And beautiful place. So we went for the first day. I mean, actually, it was the second day that I was there, but the first time we went to this lake. It's a huge, and we just went there and explored some of the places, and the surrounding is a beautiful home and a very expensive, obviously. Trying to just do a little bit of fishing, and unfortunately we didn't get. Actually, we did, but they were so small, so we let them go. So if you look at these $1 million, homes surrounding, and it goes, you can go for hours, and it's not ending. And so after that, we get back to the home. We came back, and he started to making those beautiful, nice looking brisket. He's expert in that. So we trying to trim most of the fat, and we use also those fat, because I don't know how to make it. So he's doing that, and I just use those for just making a beef kubide. And he just trimmed those very nicely, and he had a special rub. So is it two of them? One of them, I guess, he just marinated with the mustard and black pepper and some other spices, and the other one is just traditional spices, which wasn't mustard involved. And so the brisket is one of the meat, a part of the beef that it needs to be cooked for a long time. Then it's going to be break down, and absolutely it's going to be one of the most delicious meat that you can have. So here he's rubbing a dry spices on it. And after all those things, he's gonna put it in a smoker. Now I'm here to just mixing all those fat with some lambs and beef to make the kebab kubide together. And here you go. You see that I just did it twice. This is the smoker. This is smoker. He put it there and he let it be there about almost 8 to 10 hours overnight. This is the next day after, just put all those things together. So after 8 hours, I didn't, I took a picture, but, video, but it didn't, for whatever reason, I delete that. After 8 hours, he put it to the butcher paper and I put it back there for another 4 hours. So this is a total of 12 hours of cooking. Now, if you look at it, it's just like just a cotton candy. It's so tender and delicious. And now, this is a day after we just going to one of the biggest lake in the world, which is Superior Lake, is between United States and Canada, and is a huge. It covers like a 4 or 5 states, North Carolina, Minnesota, Michigan, and and it goes to most of it is in Canada. We went there. The weather was wonderful, beautiful days, and it started. The temperature of the water was like a 62 degree when we launched the boat, but when we went into the Fort North, about an hour, the water became 34 degrees, and it was so cold. You can't even imagine how it can be. The one lake, it has that much a difference between the two spots of the lake. So we got some fish again, and they were not the size that we have to keep it. So we just catch and release. And this is the next day, is a Memorial Day, and it came back to Prior Lake, which people came out and having a party and having a great time here. So we decided to just do our own thing. So we just make some of the kebab kuvide for ourselves, and we had a blast. Day before I come back to California, we went back again to Prior Lake. This time we went deep in that. I didn't know it is that big, because we just was keep going about an hour. It seems it never ended, and the weather was very kind to us. It was one of the time that I never ever forget, and not just having a relax, but I see all my cousins there. That was a great time, and it was blessing.